Hi there. This is John Anthony Francis Wilcox, and these are 6 fantastic songs from Broadsword and the Beast. Before we get into them, as always, the links to these 6 songs are in the comments section below this video. So, Broadsword and the Beast is the 1982 album from Jethro Tull, and it's one of my favorite Jethro Tull albums, right up there with A Passion Play and War Child. Um, it's so full of drama and color and depth, depth of sound, so much going on. It's got some nice, I'm going to say, Celtic elements and folk elements alongside of electronic elements. And Ian Anderson and the band were really on a roll with this one. It was just, I'm very pleased, by the way, because in fact, I'm still absorbing and plowing through it so I can review it. There's an 8-disc, what they call Monster Edition of Broadsword and the Beast that recently came out. And like I said, I'm plowing through it, and I'm going to have a review up soon for it. And I'll mention that somewhere. But anyway, what an album. 82, saw them on that tour too. Still my favorite Jethro Tull tour. It was just extraordinary. Song number 1 here is Beastie. So it's about all that, I guess I would say, all that internal baggage that you carry around with you. It's a version of a monkey on your back, or it's just the burden of life that you've accumulated over the years. All the bad stuff you wish wasn't inside of you that's accumulated over the years. I'm going to keep saying accumulated over the years just because. See if I create a trend. And maybe that trend will accumulate over the years. Anyway, fantastic song. When they did it live on that tour, Ian Anderson literally had this like stuffed beast on over his shoulders that he wore that had glowing eyes. It was very cool. And it might have looked just a little bit like a weird tortured version of him, perhaps. I say that in the best possible way. And that is song number 1, Beastie. And song number 2 is Clasp. And I believe it must have been the year for it. It's a song about shaking hands, the simple act of shaking hands. Because that same year, in 82, Peter Gabriel also put the song out, I Have the Touch, which is about shaking hands. And exploring the different feelings about that. I love the thing at the beginning, and it's repeated throughout. This particular track is soaked with melody and music. It's beautiful. It's something. It's a memorable piece. It's very much worth your time. And it's Clasp. Song number 2, Clasp. Song number 3, I used to hear this on the radio a lot, Fallen on Hard Times. And great guitar lines, great flute, and about someone who's going through some tough times, which I think 99.9% of us have gone through, and the other 0.1 are lying. Hoping for some better days. Great lyric, fantastic lyric. That's why these are fantastic songs. It's a fantastic lyric, and I like the harmonies in it. I like the motion of the song and the feeling it evokes. The harmonies on the um, I'm sorry, I'm rambling as I sing, speak, talk, think, word, word, mouth, speak. But seriously, I think it was a single as well. If it wasn't, it should have been, but I think it was. Probably didn't do anything because the single market's a fickle market. But that's hard to say. The single market is a fickle market. Say that 27 times. See if you can. I think you lose a tooth. Um, and that is song number 3, Fallen on Hard Times. Song number 4 is Broadsword. What a song! It starts very much has what they like to term musically as an Indian beat. Boom 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 like that. It feels like you're listening to an audio, almost like if you feel like you're on a boat. I see a dark sail on the horizon. Uh, it has a foreboding to it. It has a power to it. When they would do it live, again on that tour, Ian had this ridiculous, I don't know, they had to make it of something incredibly light, but it looked like he had this giant sword that he raised over his head as he sang, "Bring me my broadsword and clear understanding. Bring me my cross of gold as a talisman." It's a fantastic piece. It has such power. It's a shame. I think they never did it beyond that tour. I don't know. I don't recall if they did it on the Under Wraps tour, but I don't think they did. Uh, and drummer Jerry Conway, who of course was in Fairport Convention and many other things, is fantastic. He sounds like a cannon on here. And it's really driven by Dave Pegg's bass line. So it's a phenomenal piece. Piece number 4, Broadsword. Piece number 5, heard this one on the radio a whole lot. This is Pussy Willow, a song about a secretary. And down fur-lined avenue, when you get to a certain, I forget which verse, but one of the last verses where they say, "Hear the typewriters humming." If you listen, when he says that, right on the beat, you hear a little ding, like when you would reach the end of a line on an old school typewriter, which is, a relic at this point. And it's just a magical song. There's so much magical about this particular song, Pussy Willow. And I love the repeat, "Pussy Willow, low, low," like that. Um, it's a song about the life you have, the life that you live, and the dreams you aspire to, is how I've always interpreted it. And you can be cynical and say those dreams aren't coming to to anything, but you still dream them. And it's sort of, I think that's within there. Anyway, that's my interpretation of song number 5, Pussy Willow. And we conclude with song number 6, Seal Driver. Ooh, here's a little mini epic. It's a great story song. There's so much going on here. And it's just pure joy. It's a very, dare I say it, progressive song. And it has different sections. And again, a great mysterious bass line in it, particularly combined with Peter John Vitesse's keys. Although it's very much an ensemble, everyone has a place in here. There's some great Martin Barr guitar work. Ian Anderson's fantastic on it. Jerry Conway's fantastic. Like I said, Dave Pegg, along with Peter John Vitesse. It's very worth your while. I thought it would be an interesting. I almost didn't put this and instead was going to put the little like minute long cheerio, but no, this is a song of substance, and it's a song that deserves your attention. Please listen to all these, even those of you who aren't big Jethro Tull fans. It's very worthwhile music. It's really a unique album in their catalog, and it's so powerful. It's so beautiful and lyrical. It's a poetic album. It really is. Um, that's why I can't stop playing it after what now, 41 years? Oh, I have nothing but fond memories of everything to do with it. I remember briefly being at a party in my friend Bob Schreck's hotel room. We were all at a convention, and we were all sitting and hanging around talking and that while this played in the background over and over because Bob was like putting it on repeat. And as such, I'd like to dedicate this to my pal Bob Schreck and also to my dear friend Cindy Byram if she gives it to, if she happens to hear this. Because I'm reminded of her just a few years later. We would meet and work together for the first time with their Tull's Under Wraps album in '84, which was the year I started writing about music professionally. So, anyway, please listen to all of these. These have been 6 fantastic songs from Broadsword and the Beast by Jethro Tull. A nice, beautiful look into 1982 and some fine, fine music. I love you all. I will see you next time. Bye bye.